Hello and welcome back to Griffin Indiana for episode 50 and our final episode. Ignore everything that's in the top right hand corner because it doesn't matter. Basically, what I've done, I've come on to a completely new save right at the beginning, just so we can have a look at how things have changed over the last 50 episodes. We're not going to be on this bit long. We're not going to probably go over. I suppose I could go up in I can't even remember what mode it's called, the build mode, just to show how other areas have changed, but we're only going to be on this bit for a couple of minutes. So I mean, this bit here was, we had that grocery market on, didn't we? That bit hasn't changed overly much, but as we start getting up here, this is obviously where things are just look completely different. This now is where our pigs are, so this is what it was when we very first started. That's where our pigs are now. We turned that into a field to start with, didn't we? But we got next to no money. I mean, and this is the big change, isn't it? This is just, it looks so much different now. Where we've got greenhouses, we've got sheep here. A lot of this, a lot of these trees are all cut back. I forgot about that big barn over there. This was obviously made into sort of quite a decent sized grass field, wasn't it? We've got the chickens over there. We've still got that shed there, but greenhouse up in that corner there, along with sheep. And then yeah, we started off with this barn here, didn't we? And then even like these little bits of land here, obviously we've cultivated all this, and then further down, if we go up to, I'm just going to jump because like I said, I don't want to particularly be on this bit very long. I just wanted to show how much sort of graft we had put in. This bit here, this is where our other field is now, so I think it's here, because I think that path's on the right hand side. So all of that now is one of our fields, isn't it? So it just looks completely different. Like, I know it's 50 episodes, but we've put so much sort of effort into just eking out from all the the really small bits of land, trying to sort of make our way through on sort of difficult economy as well. So I just want to, have we even got, we haven't got any vehicles to tab along. Let's go back here. Oh yeah, same here as well. So this is our this has been a grass field for the whole game, hasn't it? Yeah, so now we're getting back to our little farm. Like I said, I only wanted to be on here for a couple of minutes, just to show you how things had changed. So we're going to go into our save again. We're going to start in November. So we fast forwarded a couple of months. We tended our animals, stuff like that, over them months, but there was nothing to sell. So I just thought we might as well skip through the months into November and go from there. So be right back. Okay, back on our other save now. Just perfect timing as the train goes past. We will. What have we run out with there? Water. No, not water. Must be. Oh, it's fertilizer, isn't it? Liquid fertilizer, I think we put in there. We will sort that out later. The first thing we're going to do though is. Do we have? Yes, we do. I must have done that before I come back on. I've loaded the majority of our eggs and wool onto here. I'm hoping it's going to be at a pulled alright, because I can imagine it's going to be pretty heavy. But most of it is on there. If we look at, I can't remember if there's any crop that we're going to sell during November. Yes, there is canola. Right, so the canola's going as well in this bit. So let's get the wool and the eggs sold first. So I'm not bothered about the wool's price as much, because I mean that's really low anyway. So we're only going to get 829 at Johnson's Farmers Market. So that's the best price for the eggs as well, which is 14.22. So we'll get to the farmers market and sell all this, and then hopefully that's going to push us well towards Is it 150 grand we need? 155 grand. I think it is, isn't it? 155 grand, yeah. That's going to push us towards that. Since the last episode, which was, I think, in August from what I remember, we've done 2 fertilising contracts, which is why our money's gone up to 120 grand. I mean, we generate money anyway because of our different greenhouses, and things like the outside gardens and stuff like that. So we generate money regardless, but it's gone up a chunk because of those 2 fertilising contracts. Right, here's the farmer's market now. So we're not getting top price for the wool, but we are for the eggs. I'm slipping a bit there, isn't it? Alright. That is looking good. Over the 150 grand mark. That's what we want. Are we still going? Yep, we're still going. Fantastic. 49,000 for that trailer load. I didn't think it was going to be that, you know. I knew we were going to get some. I probably expected about half of that because I didn't even look to see how much we had on. I know it took absolutely ages to load it up. That's why I did it off camera. It took so long. Right, let's get down to we need to request a train, and we need to get our canola sold. And then all we're going to do after we get our canola sold is probably go into December, to be honest. We're probably going to fast forward into December and get some of the other crops sold. And then depending on how much, we might sell some pigs as well. But I mean, we've already passed even the 55 grand mark to pay the loan off. So I'll just put if I can find it. Where's it? There it is. I'll just put this on because it lets us know how far the train is away. Right, 14 kilometres. We will definitely back when it gets closer because this is going to take ages. Sometime later, much later, we're hoping that we see a train. Where are we on? Come on. Here we go. Right, so all we need to do is sell off this canola, and then we will be going into December, and then everything else will be getting sold off in December. I say everything else. We were having issues. Oh, I think there's another issue that I need to show you actually that's happened on the map, but I'll do that very shortly. Right. We've had issues with these what are they called? Carriages, haven't we? Where they don't cycle through, so there's like loads of different compartments, but we just can't cycle through them, which isn't going to matter on this one because we were only getting rid of the canola. Oh, I think the issue might have resolved itself. We'll have a look after, and I'll tell you what it was. It's just sort of another glitch on the map, that's all. Right, 40,000 litres, or just under 41,000 litres of canola. I think we're getting around about 700. Right, what we're going to get? 706 we're going to get for it. So $30,000, isn't it? That's what we should be getting. Just going past our farm now. All weed infested. If you can hear in the background, it's like, what day is it today? The 5th of November. There's absolutely loads of fireworks going off, and there has been the last few days actually. So if that's picking it up, if you can hear it, that's what it is. Right, 28, 29. Not quite 30,000. I wasn't far off though. Right, I am going to tab over. Not to there. We'll tab to there. And we'll get to, I'll just keep the menu on because we're going to need it anyway. Ah, the glitch is still here. Right, so, I don't know if you can remember, but throughout, pretty much from one of the very early episodes, well, whenever we bought this bit of land, or it might have even actually been doing a contract on this land, I can't remember, I really can't remember, but there was always a bit of grass here, always, that we just couldn't pick up. It's where it got windrowed over, and then, because it's not our land, we couldn't pick it up. Well, I was driving the front loader back from getting barley for our chickens, and it just started creating this massive swath of grass. So it was like, and it wouldn't stop. So you'll see when I'm like moving around here, it just wouldn't stop doing it. It just carried on going and going and going, and then even all the way in here, you might see some bits on the ground, but it carried on all the way over. So here you can see, and it didn't stop until, oh, it wasn't barley, sorry, it was seeds for this greenhouse. That's what I was carrying over, and it didn't stop until I emptied the seeds in here, and then I drove off the swath, and then it didn't create anymore. So this here, all this swath here, I was able to pick up with the baler, which is why the baler's out now. And there's our grass bales. I mean, we fed some to the sheep as well, but it's just left on the map, this, and I can't touch it because it's not our land. I can't pick it up. There's literally no way of me getting this picked up now. So I'm glad it happened just before the last episode, because it would have done my head in if we had to drive around this the whole time. But yeah, there's a few things on the map where just I mean, we've seen it all the way through, haven't we? Just sort of little glitches that yeah, just annoying more than anything else for such a good map. But right, we're on 199 grand. We'll probably be up to maybe 200 grand once we fast forward. So let's get into December and we'll get the last of our crop sold. We're in December, 289 in the morning. I've already requested the train because it was like 14.5 kilometres away. So that has been ongoing for some time. All we need to do now is sell our last 3 remaining. I need to take that off, we don't need that. Our last 3 remaining product, which is sorghum, oats and barley. I mean, look at this. Look at this. So we're going to go and do that now. I don't think we'll be able to sell all 3 at the same time because of the sort of glitch within with the trains, with the carriages, the compartments, whatever we call them. I think it'll only let us sell 2 because from what I remember we can only get into the second carriage and then it sort of disappears, doesn't it? But we'll try. We'll see how close it is. I've waited absolutely ages for the train, so hopefully... Ah, here it is now. What timing that is! Check that out. It's like it was planned. Let's get us started. We'll get the first compartment opened. Now I don't mind if we leave the sorghum behind, because we could leave that behind to feed our chickens, couldn't we? And we'll just take the canola, not the canola, the barley and the oats. Right. So will we get 100,000 litres? Does it take 100,000 litres? I think it does, doesn't it? And then we'll see if we can get how many carts we can get open as well. Oh, 90,000 litres. Oh, it's not good. See, I've just pressed to change the cart over and it's just not letting us. That's opening that one again. That's opening the second one. I'm gonna have to request this twice, aren't I? Let's just sell these sorghum. 16,000 litres of sorghum. We'll get that closed, and away we go again. I mean, I think we've done pretty well, considering how we started, and the rules that we put in place on us, the hard economy, the not being able to do too many contracts, and having to use our own equipment for contracts as well. That is a massive one, that is really, really restrictive, having to use our own equipment. It was good for the fertilising ones because we ended up getting a cheap way of fertilising fields. A broken one for what I think the bit of kit we've got. It doesn't use any fertiliser. It's absolutely fantastic. Okay, there we go. So what's that? 40,000. So that takes up to 240. Let's I'm gonna go back. I am going to recall the train, and we'll sell whatever we've got left. That took such a long time. I actually forgot we were waiting for it. I was sat here waiting for the train. I've been just sat watching a video on YouTube while it was happening, and yeah, just seeing the distance quickly sort of tumbling when it goes under a kilometre. I totally forgot what I was doing. Right, last thing. This is pretty much the last thing we're going to be doing. Let's and there's not much here. Was it like 11,000 litres or something of barley, and I don't know, 14,000 litres of oats, something like that. Right, there's the oats, just under 15,000 litres of it. And the same with whatever we've got left of the barley, just under 12,000. Right, let's get going. It does feel like, it felt like a good place to end, really. I mean, we had all that crop sort of saved up. With us being on the economy what we are, we're never going to make like ridiculous amounts of money. I know I said in the last video about we could have centered the series around buying the baseball ground, couldn't we? That was never going to happen on a hard economy. It's like millions of dollars, isn't it? Isn't it like $5 million or something like that? Did we have a look? Where is it? There it is. No, it's not. There it is. Yeah, it's $5 million. On hard economy, we were never going to be able to do that. I think we would have had to have it on easy, really. Even on normal, it would have been ridiculous. Right, another just under 14,000 there. We'll tab over to here. So, 254. Let's get our loan repaid. Right, leaves us with just under 100 grand. I think the way we've done it, you can tell it's winter. It gets these outside gardens go into like a greenhouse, which I think is really cool. The way we've managed to sort of build ourselves up with very little, I think it's been great. We're they're out of food. I think there's a few things out of food now. Now we've moved into December. How many pigs have we got? 220 pigs. I mean, we've made so much money off these, you know, and pigs are just... It's a bit different with the farm supply pack, I suppose. With the farm supply pack, it makes it really easy to make money off pigs. Like, it's like free money, just printing free money all the time with that. I think if you turn the farm supply pack off and you had to either buy other pig food or you had to create your own pig food, that might be a little bit different. But with that farm supply pack, it's so easy. to make money off pigs. The chickens, I think the issue with this particular mod is you just can't fill it. So you can only put 1,000 litres of grain in. It doesn't even last 24 hours. But I mean, the mod itself looks absolutely great, doesn't it? And then the sheep, they're just, when we talk about free money again, if you have any bits of land where you can get even just a few bales off, we weren't even getting many, were we? For the bits we've got, we had this bit of land here, we had this tiny little slither over near the dairy. It's like we were only getting 5 bales, but that was lasting like pretty much all year until we got the third open pasture. I think that's when we started running out. But yeah, the animals on this one have been absolutely great. It's a shame with the map, with the couple of glitches that you've got with things like this and getting kicked off on a regular basis, and the train. The train, I'm not sure if it is a glitch or if it's the way it's been designed, where you can only use the first 2 carts or not. I'm not sure. But yeah, the map's absolutely great. I've really enjoyed it. I think there's loads of different sort of replayability about this map. However you want to play it, whether you want to start with like loads of money and start with what's actually the starting farm, I think. If you put it on easy, I'm pretty sure you start with this farm up here. And sort of you can build out from there. And even that, because none of that land is cultivated, or it's just all sort of meadow grass, so you can do so much with it. And there's just so many good little bits. I mean, you can see all the little bits that we've bought here, just tiny bits of land, sort of, some of them as cheap as about 11 grand, I think. That was 10 grand, that one. And then you've got like the ones that were 30. It's just been, I tell you what we didn't do, we didn't sell the rest of our fabric, but it doesn't really matter now. We'd only have probably, I don't know, 3 pallets at the most of it anyway. So we're going to finish now. We've totally paid our loan off. We left with just under 100 grand and a completely working farm, where it's just, you could just carry on playing this now and just keep making money and making money and making money. So it's been a really good series. I hope you've enjoyed it. The next series we're going to do, obviously we're still going with our forest challenge. The next series we're going to do, I haven't found the map that I want to do it on yet. So we'll just see. I know there's been a bit of a delay with mods coming out at the minute. I don't know, because I've sort of been out the loop in the last week and a half with the kids being off school. I don't know if Giants has maybe taken a bit of a break, or if they're on a few days off or something like that, I'm not sure. But the mods haven't been coming out as regularly as what they would do normally. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.
PlayStation